No.
Wait.
Chang,
Do I need
mute
to motion
yourself.
to open before?
Rotate.
Chang, mute yourself.
Okay.
All right. The chair, seeing a sufficient enough amount of members here, we are opening this session of the House of Delegates. Now, we're starting today with. Would someone like to do the? Would Mr. Hartzler? Would you like to start us off with the Pledge of Allegiance, please? The chair recognizes Representative Delegate Hartzler to give us the pledge.
Okay. Please stand and place your right hand over your heart. And please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I disagree.
Representative Long, you are recognized to give us the opening prayer.
Oh, okay. Let me put my shorts on first. I was changing. I started changing when I joined the call. Anyways.
We have a naked man.
Representative Blackwell, you are open.
Representative
Blackwell, you are recognized to give us the opening prayer.
What? Okay, I'm gonna leave. Bye.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
You're
I'm leaving.
Thy will be done.
You're petty. You're petty.
Give us this
You're
day
petty.
I'm gonna leave.
bread and
I'm
forgive
gonna
us our
leave.
debts.
I'm gonna.
Hail
I'm gonna
Hitler!
To us, and do not lead us into
Agreed.
temptation, but forgive us.
that is
what?
not true. That is not
save us
true.
from evil. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the
You're not hailing Hitler?
That is not true. I'm just gonna vote against every. I'm voting against every bill tonight. I'm voting
The
against.
member will suspend, please. We're
I
doing the opening prayer.
motion to vacate the chair.
Oh
Right.
my! No, fuck yourself.
Is there a sufficient second? Hearing none.
I
This one
object.
agreed. All right.
Yep.
Delegate Long, you're recognized to give a second opening prayer.
I just farted.
Okay, let me go back to the room that I was in. It'll be kind of embarrassing if my roommates can hear me. Okay.
Ain't nothing embarrassing about a prayer, bro.
Well, it's just because I'm praying on a Discord VC.
Okay.
That is kind of weird. That's like the most
Discord's
Jewish
the
thing
place
you
that
can
needs
do.
The prayers the most.
Okay.
How do I fuck
Dear
this one
God,
up?
thank you for bringing us here today. Thank you for allowing us to arrive here in this temple of our
Oh.
democracy safely. Lord, I pray that you will uphold our democracy, that you'll show us the ways of democracy, that you allow us to truly defend our democracy. All these things I lift up in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Okay,
Our
folks.
democracy. Our democracy.
Amen, but just saying, I'm more of a Republic guy, not gonna lie.
A temple of our democracy. Oh,
Wouldn't that
folks.
technically be haram?
I was
The
surprised
House
you
will,
said
the
that,
house
Dave.
will be
I
in
was very
order.
surprised.
The House will be in order.
the gentleman from New Hampshire will suspend.
The House will be in order. Okay, folks. The docket we are taking up. The first thing before us today is the official rulebook of the United States House of Delegates. The motion before us is ought to pass on the official rulebook of the United States House of Delegates. Is there any... Representative Hartzler has issued an amendment, so we will begin with Delegate Hartzler's amendment.
Brain fart moment.
I think you may have entered that a little late, but I will accept that. I will accept that.
Straight
Bush.
cat.
But
Straight
all right, that's going to be at the very end. So Delegate Hartzler's amendment is the first one we'll take up on the. So this will be on the amendment. The question before us is on Delegate Hartzler's amendment to the House of Delegates rulebook. Delegate Hartzler, you're recognized to speak to your proposal.
Mr. President, Parliamentary Inquiry.
Delegate Bush for a question of the chair.
Where is what amendment?
It's in the ante room.
That is not my amendment.
Parliamentary inquiry.
My God.
Parliamentary. This is serious. Parliamentary inquiry. I have a
Delegate
serious
Long
question.
for a parliamentary inquiry.
Don't all parliamentary inquiries have to be?
Where's the original
given-
version
I'm
that we're amending?
Hey, whoa! My time. Don't all parliamentary inquiries have to be given in English? Because what Delegate Bush just said was not English. I can assure you that.
I agree, honestly. I
Yeah.
second this.
Delegate Hartzell, you're recognized to speak to your amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Mr. President. And I'd like to note that the amendment that you just posted in the anteroom is not my amendment, but
This is
Sure,
the amendment
sure.
that I was given. But
that is not my amendment. My amendment is further up. It's this one. Maybe. Yes.
Maybe.
It is this
what
one.
are you talking about? It's,
My amendment says authored by Vicky Hurlzer.
I know. I'm reading it right now, and that's why I recognized you.
But you posted the wrong amendment.
I posted the rule book. This is the official
Oh.
rule book.
Okay.
Delegate Hartzell, you're recognized to speak to your amendment, which was posted.
Thank you,
earlier
Mr.
today.
Speaker.
Nope.
All this amendment does is protect us as members of this body, our right to speak as voting members. And frankly, we ought to pass this amendment. I yield back.
Is anyone else wish to speak?
I
excuse
wish to
me.
speak.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
I forgot to the chair recognizes the clerk to read out the legislation. The content of this legislation will be skipping the short title and purpose. Section 3, contents. This section will outline the contents of this legislation. Hereby the words in Section 500, subsection 503, subsection 54, subsection 3, quote, motion must pass with a simple majority, are stricken and replaced with, quote, motion must pass with a 2/3 majority. Does another member wish to seek recognition on this question? We are on second reading.
I seek recognition.
Delegate Chang.
This motion, it makes just business harder, as we'd be unable to continue our work at a quicker pace. Getting a 2/3 majority is incredibly difficult within the houses of Congress, and for the sake of keeping everything in motion, I oppose this amendment.
Mr. President.
Delegate Hartzler.
Just to clarify, this is not a 2/3 majority to pass a bill. This is just to object to someone's remarks. Okay. But it's very based, and it's very annoying when every 2 seconds you have someone objecting to your remarks, even though you
How
are
about we
an
put a timer
elected.
then?
The member will suspend.
You
The
are
member will
elected.
suspend.
Mr. President, I check.
The member will suspend. Delegate
Secret
Hartzler has a
recognition.
right to be heard. Delegate Hartzler has a right to be heard, and the House will be in order. Delegate Hartzler may continue.
Thank you, Mr. President. And quite frankly, all this does is protect our right to speak. So thank you, Mr. President, and I yield back.
Does another member wish to seek the floor?
I seek recognition.
Delegate Blackwell.
When my colleague makes the point that this amendment makes it more difficult to object, I think that's precisely the point. I think it should be more difficult to interrupt someone's speaking time when they're making an argument. I think it should be very, very obvious when someone's speaking time needs to be interrupted. I think we should all be in agreement. It should be something very obvious to all of us. The idea that a single individual, the idea that on a partisan basis we could strip someone of their speaking time, I think is ridiculous. So I absolutely support this amendment. I think it's a great addition to the rulebook. I yield.
Thank you, Delegate Blackwell. Does another member wish to seek recognition?
Parliamentary inquiry.
Delegate Chang for a question of the chair.
How do you strike something out in Google Docs? I forgot.
Delegate Blackwell and I just figured this out. It's
Wasn't it Alt-Shift-5?
5. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Ubi, can I say something? Ubi, watch my YouTube thing.
Why are you playing YouTube in the... Wait, what are you watching? Let me see.
Bruh. We're gonna get shadow banned.
Motion to listen to Nostalgia Ultra.
Motion to
of the album.
how do I get out of this activity? Okay. The question before us is on the Hartzler amendment. Seeing no further discussion, we will vote on the Hartzler amendment. This will be a voice vote unless otherwise requested.
Division.
Delegate Hartzler has requested a division. That does
Okay,
not
fine.
require a second. This will be a division vote unless otherwise moved. All right, this will be a division vote on the Hartzler amendment. Let me just get to the thing. All right. Now, this first one's going to take me a second because I have to write all of our names down, so just excuse me. Delegate Blackwell. Oh, sorry. This is a division vote on the Hartzler amendment. Vote aye if you support ought to pass. Vote no if you support making another motion. Delegate Blackwell.
Aye.
Aye.
Delegate Long.
Let me try.
Well, we can't hear any music. Delegate Long.
A.
Delegate Eisenhower.
Hippo would die.
Delegate
That's-
Reagan.
Aye.
Delegate Chang. Delegate
We're-
LePage.
LePage.
Delegate LePage does not cast. Delegate Hartzler.
Yes.
Delegate Hartzler votes aye.
Oh,
With
all this.
the motion passes unanimously. The next amendment before us is the Blackwell amendment. Let me pull that up and make sure that's in the. Put it in the chamber. So, Representative Blackwell has moved his amendment. The chair recognizes our fake clerk to read out the amendment. Proposed amendments are as follows: 1. Altering name of rulebook to, quote, official rulebook of the United States Congress, end quote. Section 2, striking the term, quote, present, end quote, from section 102, paragraph B. Section 3, the opening paragraph of section 102 shall be altered to read, quote, the United States Chamber at the beginning of a new Congress shall first elect an incumbent congressperson to serve as a president of the chamber, presiding officer before any other.
Electing the president. I thought the word present could open up some loopholes that could be easily abused. In fact, we did kind of abuse it yesterday to elect our president with very few members. So just, pretty simple. Section 3, basically just outlining that the president of the Congress has to be a member, an elected member. I remember yesterday a certain individual nominated James Reason, who is not elected to this body.
Former.
We voted. We voted on James Reason, who is not an elected official to this body, to be the president. I don't think that's. I just think that's kind of dumb. So that's all that section does. Pretty simple. I yield my time.
Does any other member wish to seek the floor?
Mr. President. Mr.
I
President.
motion to
Delegate
vote.
Bush. There's no motioning
Thank
to
you.
vote. We're on second reading. Delegate Bush.
Thank you, Mr. President. But only argument is that,
Oh.
Speaker of our House can be a member of Congress. So why
No,
should we?
Rick. No one, Rick. No one cares. No one cares.
So why should
Delegate Long. you
we
will be in order.
not?
Yeah, the gentleman from New Hampshire will yield.
I yield.
Yeah. Mr. President, I
Delegate
see.
Long.
This is cum daddy.
Stop it, James.
My fellow colleagues, listen. If we look in the common law, if we look in Roman tradition that has been carried on through English common law, that has been carried on through American common law, we will find, folks, that the Union existed before the Constitution. And this is an important principle. The Union existed before the Constitution. And what this means is that there can be rules that exist, okay? Rules that exist independent of them being put on the text. That's the eus of the law.
Bro, what the fuck
And
are you
there's
talking about?
the lex
The house
of
would
the
be in
law,
order. The member has the right to
which is the positive law, which is the enactment of the law that already is. This is a frame of reasoning and a frame of morality that has been accepted by Western civilization since before Christ. But has definitely been aided in its development by Christian morality, of course, as it's a system of morality. So what we have to ask ourselves is, are we going to do such a massive breach, changing what already is, changing what has already been established for generations on a whim like this, to make it so that the presiding officer has to be a member of this body, I think would be nothing less than a violation of English common law. And not only that, but there are many people within the Orthodox Christian Church that would say that the filioque did create homosexuality. This is an argument that is being made that the filioque causes homosexuality. I think many people know about this, but this is true. Many people in the Orthodox Church on Twitter, Ortho Bros on Twitter,
This is 2000.
would make the argument that
You're
that the
fucking
filioque,
stupid.
because listen, let me pull up something. Let me pull up something. Hold on.
Account.
Hold on. No. What even is okay? No.
Is the member done?
I am not.
He's
I am
being
not. I am not done. I'm trying to look for something.
5
10-year immigration moratorium, permanent merit-based immigration, border wall, double funding for ICE, in exchange for pathway for citizenship
Double
from
funding for ISIS?
Mr.
illegal
President,
alien.
I checked.
The member will suspend. Delegate Bush has objected. Is there a second to the objection?
Seconded.
Yeah, I
Delegate
second
Delegate
that.
Blackwell has seconded. That is a
Oh,
proper.
nope. Okay.
The member will suspend. The member will suspend. The objection has been heard. It has been sufficiently seconded. This is an objection to the member speaking. This will be a division vote unless otherwise requested. Okay. This will be a vote on whether or not the member shall continue to speak. Vote aye if you support letting the member continue to speak. Vote no if you think the member should cease speaking further on this question. Delegate Blackwell.
Nay.
Delegate Bush.
No.
Delegate Long.
Delegate.
Delegate
Well, he obviously
Eisenhower.
doesn't even want to continue speaking.
People would abstain.
There is no abstentions, Delegate Eisenhower. Aye or nay?
Aye.
Delegate Reagan.
Since he's not speaking anymore, it seems like I'm gonna have to vote nay.
Delegate Chang.
A.
Delegate LePage. Delegate Hartzler. Not here. All right. The motion.
Wait, what the fuck?
The motion has. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 3-2. The motion is. The member is not allowed to speak further on this question. Okay. Is another member wish recognition on the
Very briefly.
Delegate Blackwell?
I just want to point out that the only objection to this amendment was immediately followed up by heresy against the Holy Catholic Church. I think that should say enough about any possible objections to this amendment. I yield my time.
I would like not to respond to the item on the debate, but to respond to my name being mentioned on that specific point, Mr. President.
Delegate Long, I'm sorry.
I did not mention your name. I did not mention
Delegate
your
Long,
You-
this is not a
was
presidential
implied.
debate. Your name being mentioned does not mean that you can speak. The question before us, you have been, the objection has passed, and you are no longer allowed to speak on this question before us. And that's
Yeah,
you.
I motion.
If you had, you could. I will be the
I
clerk. I will be
motion
the
to
clerk. I will be the
overturn.
clerk right now. If you motion reconsideration on this, 'cause
I motion reconsideration.
actually, wait.
on the
Hold on.
objection.
Hold on. Let me hold on. There is no reconsideration on these procedural motions. Actually,
I motion to amend the rules.
you. That's not how it works.
Just
The
did it.
question before us
You seem
is
triggered.
on.
Why is
not
that?
Question not triggered at all. The question before us.
You seem offended. Why is that?
Do I have to server mute you? Or?
Page up or page down?
The question before us is on the amendment proposed by Delegate Blackwell. This is an ought to pass motion. If you support ought to pass, vote aye. If you support making a further motion, vote no. Delegate Blackwell. I'm sorry. This will be a voice vote unless otherwise requested.
Division.
Division.
Delegate Bush has requested a division. This will be a division vote unless otherwise requested.
You guys are NPCs. Why did y'all not join the Know Your Meme game? Y'all are actually NPCs. Y'all aren't real people.
This will be a division vote.
Wow.
Delegate Blackwell.
Go away.
Aye.
Delegate Bush.
Aye.
Delegate Long. Delegate Eisenhower. Delegate
It's
Reagan.
Harper.
What's the vote on?
The ought to pass motion to the amendment.
Oh, aye.
Delegate Chang.
Aye.
Delegate LePage. And Hartzler is not here. With 5 ayes, the motion is agreed to. And it is a division vote. The next proposal before us is the amendment moved by Delegate Wheeler. This will be a ought to pass motion.
That one was mine.
I'm sending the amendment right now. The clerk is recognized to read out the amendment. The proposed amendments are as follows. Section 500, subsection 503, subsection 4, subsection A, subsection 4 shall read as follows. There is one objection allowed per speaker.
Is this Wheeler amendment?
This is the Wheeler amendment. There is one objection allowed per speaker. Each objection shall be a division. If an objection passes, the member shall not speak further on the question. Section 2. Section 100, subsection 104 shall read as follows. A motion to vacate the chair must be made on the floor. A. They must be seconded by 3 present members. 2. If sufficiently seconded, the motion must pass with a 2/3 majority. Section 3. Section 501, Addendum 7 shall read as follows. Or 6. 7 shall read as follows. There may be only 3 sponsors per legislation. Section 4, Section 503, subsection 4 shall read as follows. The procedure of the floor is as follows. 1, the presiding officer shall count for a quorum. A quorum consists of 5 voting members, and then the rest is the same. And it shall require the signature of the president of the chamber. I am recognizing myself to speak for a little bit, just to say that the rules outlined here is a very simple, very bipartisan change, which I think will bring this House together in a more coherent and organized way. We went through a lot last session, but now we have an opportunity to fix some of the rules, and I think that this is the way to get that done, to make sure people can't really stop us from accomplishing our work in a timely manner. So that is it. Does another member wish to seek recognition on this amendment? Seeing none, this will be a voice vote unless otherwise requested. Can I hear the ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Hearing
I'd
none.
like to request division. I want division. Division.
Hearing none,
division.
the motion is agreed to. Okay. Nice. So we got the... Oh, hold on. Delegate Bush did give me an amendment. So Delegate Bush moves... Since he had written it, Delegate Bush and Delegate Chang move their amendment. Hold on.
Wait, what do you mean my amendment?
Well, you're on here. Is
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
you co-sponsored my amendment.
Did I?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the clerk is recognized to read the contents of the resolution. The content of the resolution will establish that the rulebook will be amended to allow the president of the chamber to appoint a temporary presiding officer if they will be absent during the session. The resolution will establish the presiding officer to notify the House of Delegates if they will be absent or late to a session. Then they are allowed to appoint a temporary officer by saying the temporary officer in the anteroom chat. Delegate Bush, you are recognized to speak to your amendment.
All right. I think this amendment is very self-explanatory. I believe that, like, the president should be able to appoint a temporary officer if they are absent or will be late, just to fill in so we could move things quicker, not to yield more time.
Mr. President,
Delegate Long.
wouldn't it just be that the second highest ranking member in the House would be presiding officer in the case of a vacancy?
There's nothing in the rules which states that right now.
Well,
Okay. I recognize myself to speak. I think this is a
I
well-intended...
never yielded my time.
Oh my god.
You asked a question of the chair.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't address it to the chair. It was a rhetorical question. I was using it for climax. I was trying to make a point. I did not address you. I
Okay,
did
go
not yield
ahead
my
then,
time.
Delegate.
Thank you. Listen, folks. In 1926, the only place in the world that you could find Cordova,
Stop.
Godiva,
What the fuck are you doing?
was in
Stop.
Brussels.
We have to vote on the committee
Today.
composition still, Delegate, so...
Okay, great. Today, you are far more
I
fortunate.
object.
Can you
It should
stop
be-
being drunk?
Seconded.
Delegate Bush objects. Delegate Blackwell seconds. This will be a vote on the objection. This will be a division vote unless otherwise requested. Delegate Blackwell.
Aye.
Hold
That's
on.
base. That's so base.
You're
Get
currently
wrecked.
getting
Like,
ass raped. What do you mean it's
like,
based?
actually no, because I'm trolling you guys. Because you guys have to deal with having to deal with all this stuff now.
You're sitting here too.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do. Well, I'm in my. Bro.
Yeah, okay,
I mean,
agreed
I
with
mean,
him. I have
Charlotte.
nothing to do
I'm
right
playing
now.
the game at the same time.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Delegate
I'm playing
Blackwell.
the game at the same too.
Vote aye if you support allowing the member to speak. Vote no if you want him to cease speaking further on this question.
Nay.
Nay. Delegate Bush.
Nay.
Delegate Long.
Delegate Long's always
Delegate
just
Eisenhower.
not there. Mentally and physically.
Delegate Reagan.
Nay.
You want to see
Delegate,
physically?
Delegate Chang.
Nay.
Delegate LePage.
David,
is
don't.
not
David,
here.
don't. David, don't.
And with 4 nays, 1 aye, the motion is not agreed to. The member may not speak further on this question. Okay.
Boom.
The
boom.
question
Oh
before
my
us
God.
is on Delegate Bush's House amendment. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, this will be a vote on the House amendment. Hold on.
Well, he has COVID. He went to Wuhan.
Truth.
He's not denying it either.
He's not even denying it. He went to fucking COVID.
This will be.
I mean, Wuhan.
This will be a. The question before us is on Delegate Bush's
Jesus
amendment.
Christ.
This will be a division vote unless otherwise requested. Or, sorry, a voice vote unless otherwise requested.
Division vote.
Delegate Chang has requested a division. That does not require a second. Folks, remember that a division is a vote where we have to just go through it, but your vote is not recorded. A roll call is the one where your vote is recorded. Okay, but anyway, this is a division vote. Delegate Blackwell. Vote aye if you support, ought to pass. Vote no if you do not. Delegate Blackwell.
Aye.
Delegate Bush.
Aye.
Delegate Long.
Aye.
Delegate Eisenhower.
You gotta think about it.
You should have just voted nay. Delegate Eisenhower. Ooh.
Delegate Eisenhower's being a little gay.
No, Eisenhower.
I'd like to switch.
Eisenhower's listening to me.
Hold on.
No, you have to move reconsideration at the end of the vote.
No, I didn't mean
you have to
vote
move
the way that
reconsideration at the end of the vote. Delegate Reagan.
Aye.
Delegate Reagan, vote nay. Okay. Delegate Chang.
Aye. And
Jesus
what you
Christ.
currently...
Jesus Christ, you folks. All right, with 5 ayes, 1 nay, the motion of ought to pass is agreed to.
What the fuck just...
Delegate Long, you are recognized to make a motion of reconsideration.
Oh, well, I don't think it matters at this point, because I thought I was going to be the deciding vote, but I'm not, so...
Well,
that's fine.
there you could be, because I think people made the wrong decision. I think 2 people made the wrong decision. So you actually could. All right, Delegate Eisenhower, you're recognized to make a motion of reconsideration.
Request denied.
Delegate Eisenhower, make the motion of reconsideration.
No.
Delegate Bush.
What are we doing?
Delegate Blackwell, make the motion of reconsideration. You fuckers.
I would recommend that the president simply move on.
You absolute motherfuckers. I can't believe you.
Okay, I motion that we
What
make
just
a-
happened?
Language.
I motion that we
I
reconsider.
motion that Infinite Kid be kicked.
Delegate
I motion that
Delegate
we
Long
make-
has moved reconsideration. Does that
Okay.
does that have a
Why'd you say it like that? Reconsider.
I just,
Right, right.
Is there a sufficient second?
I second.
Is there a sufficient second to the reconsideration motion
Chang.
made by Delegate
Chang.
Long?
Second. Chang.
I don't know what we're voting on, but I second.
Delegate Chang seconds.
What? Bruh.
All right. Delegate Bush, Delegate Long has moved reconsideration on the motion of ought to pass. If you vote aye, the motion will be reconsidered. If you vote no, then ought to pass continues. So just so we understand, this is our first reconsideration motion. If you vote yes on this, then the ought to pass motion is reconsidered. If you vote no, then the ought to pass motion stays. So, those who want to kill this amendment, which you should vote aye on reconsideration. Delegate Blackwell.
Nay.
Delegate Bush.
No.
Delegate Long.
A.
Delegate Eisenhower. Delegate Reagan.
A.
Delegate Chang.
Nay.
You motherfucker!
Get
Yes,
your
sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
With 3 nays, 3 ayes.
No.
The
fuck.
chair votes in the affirmative. The motion is agreed to. Reconsideration.
I don't like
is agreed
minorities.
to.
I don't like minorities. I don't like minorities.
The motion is agreed to. This is reconsideration. The motion before us
I
is
motion that Dave stop soyjacking.
the motion before us.
Yeah, can
is
you stop
ought-
soyjacking?
The motion before us is, listen closely, guys. This is gonna kind of get a little confusing. The motion before us is on ought to pass. Ought to pass. So if you support ought to pass for this legislation, vote.
Stop fucking laughing. You're gonna make me start laughing, and then everyone in my.
Mr. President, I motion to escort Davey Long off the chamber.
I disagree.
I motion to shoot Davy Long.
No, stop. The motion before us is ought to pass on Delegate Bush's amendment. If you support passing the amendment, vote aye. If you want to kill the amendment and make an ITL motion, vote no.
Wait.
And you should be voting
Armor
no.
Curry.
Delegate
This is
Blackwell.
unfair.
Or-
Oh wait, I'm sorry. This will be a voice vote unless otherwise requested.
Okay.
Is someone gonna call a roll call or a division? This will be a voice vote.
Division.
Delegate Reagan has requested a division that does not need a second. This will be a division vote unless otherwise requested. This will be a division vote. Vote aye if you support the amendment. Vote no if you want to kill the amendment. Delegate Blackwell.
A.
Delegate Bush.
Aye.
Delegate Long.
Nay.
Delegate Eisenhower. Delegate Reagan.
Nay.
Delegate Chang.
A.
With 3 in the affirmative, 3 in the negative, the chair votes
No
aye.
way.
Hey! You said
The
you
chair
what?
votes
What?
nay.
He said
The
aye.
chair
Wait,
votes
he said
nay.
aye. No.
The chair
Hold on.
votes
No. You need to do a motion of reconsideration, brother.
Motion of
You have to do a motion of
reconsideration.
reconsideration, brother. It's too late. You did it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
It's not a rap.
It's a
Amendment
it's a
is
rap.
not
He
a rap.
raped someone. He raped someone.
Move on.
It is not a rap. Chang votes.
It's a rap.
Chang votes aye, and the chair votes nay.
This is corruption.
The motion of ought to pass is not agreed to.
This is against Chinese norms.
No, I'm sorry. The chair. I should just no. If you say it, then you have to roll with it, I guess. The chair has voted aye. Is there a move of reconsideration?
A motion to reconsider.
I motion to
Second.
reconsider Davy's life.
There is a motion of reconsideration. There is a sufficient second. This is a reconsideration on the ought to pass motion. If you support the amendment, vote no on reconsideration. If you do not support the amendment, vote aye on reconsideration. Delegate Blackwell.
Down and then
Aye.
Delegate Bush.
Aye.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. This
We're
is
voting for the reconsideration.
this okay. All right, this is a vote on reconsideration. Vote aye if you support reconsideration. Vote no if you support the ought to pass motion. This will be a voice vote unless otherwise requested. Can I hear the ayes? Oh, no. Delegate Eisenhower has requested a division. Delegate Blackwell.
Aye.
Delegate Bush.
what the fuck was that?
Nay.
Delegate Bush votes nay.
You're 9? What do you mean you're
Delegate
9?
Long.
Aye.
Delegate Long.
Sorry. What will the vote
Aye.
accomplish?
You want to vote? You want to vote aye?
It's for reconsideration. I'm telling you, Dave. You want to vote aye.
Aye.
Delegate Eisenhower. Oof. Delegate Reagan.
Aye.
Delegate Chang.
Nay.
With
Bruh, Shank. Can you go join the Democrats, Shank? Like, you voted against the caucus the entire... Like, I'd rather you just go join the Democrats.
the member will suspend.
I honestly
The member
kind of
will
agree.
suspend. All right. With 3 ayes, 3 nays, the chair votes in the affirmative, and reconsideration passes. The motion before us is on ought to pass. Again, this is a motion on ought to pass. If you support the amendment, vote aye. If you do not support the amendment, vote nay. This will be a voice vote unless otherwise
Division.
requested. Delegate Bush has requested a division. Again, folks, the roll call is the one that actually records your vote. But nonetheless,
I don't cope.
I'm just saying. All right, Delegate Blackwell. This is on to pass. Delegate Bush.
Aye.
Delegate Long. On to pass. Nay.
He doesn't vote. Move on.
Said nay.
Delegate Eisenhower.
You did not say nay.
I said.
Delegate
I said
Reagan.
nay.
Aye.
You're fucking kidding.
Move on. He voted. He voted.
What the fuck was that
He voted.
noise?
Move on.
Are you gay?
Delegate Chang. Vote against this.
Hey.
Let's go. Let's go, brother.
We do a
Jesus
bit of
Christ.
trolling, boys.
Jesus.
Alhamdulillah, brothers.
Jesus H.
Allah Akbar, bro.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu
Why
Akbar.
did you do that? Why did you do
Jihad
that?
always wins.
Why did you do that?
Victory for Allah.
With
Victory for
4
Allah.
eyes.
The infidels have been defeated.
If I just had said the right fucking word. All right, with 4 eyes.
You should just be more Muslim.
Read
Wait,
it wrong.
Wheeler, are you saying you voted in favor?
with 4 ayes and 2 nays, the amendment is adopted. Ought to pass has passed.
How is there even a tie? Wait, how many A's were there?
The question before us
Bruh.
next is on.
That math doesn't make any sense.
The question-
There's Wheeler, but there wasn't a
We're not
tie to
math
begin
guys,
with.
bro.
Yes,
Just
there
accept
Your
was.
face doesn't look
There
correct.
was. The question before us is on committees,
Anchovy.
and I am writing down the people that you have
Anchovy.
made the. Hold on, I'm just making.
It's not true.
Sir, Mr. President,
No.
sir, can you do the
No.
thug shaker?
Base. I actually want to see Jonah do something
Seeing no
dances
objection,
like that.
Jonah must do the thug shaker.
Based.
Turn your camera on.
Turn your camera on, do the thug shaker. We're all watching.
Bruh.
Is he doing it?
If the delegate fails to oblige, he will be excommunicated from the. Wait, what?
Yes. Will you let her do the thug shaker?
He'll do the thug shaker.
Do the thug
dude.
shaker.
Do the thug shaker, dude.
The fact that someday people will go into their class learning about big black men twerking.
Bruh.
All right, the House will be in order. The motion before us is on the committee composition, which was at the committee composition, which was passed and through the Rules Committee as 3-2. Delegate Reagan, you're recognized to speak to the composition motion.
I just cummed.
Ah.
Delegate Reagan. Delegate Reagan, I know you're there.
Delegate Reagan's drunk.
The
See,
question
I'm proved.
is: does any other Delegate Blackwell? Would you like to speak to the committee composition of 3-2?
I think 3-2 is very, very satisfactory. I think it's fair to how our congressional makeup looks right now. I encourage all the members to vote in favor.
Okay.
I yield.
All right. Seeing no further discussion on the question, the motion before us is on the committee composition of 3-2. This will be a voice vote unless otherwise requested.
Roll call.
Delegate Bush has requested a roll call. No, sorry, the roll call is a proper motion. Is there a second on the roll call? Hearing none. Delegate Eisenhower has requested a division vote. This will be a division vote. Okay. Delegate, this will be ought to pass on the 3-2. So if you support the 3-2 ought to pass, vote aye. If you do not, then vote nay. Delegate Blackwell.
Aye.
Delegate Bush.
Aye.
Delegate Long.
How does this work?
Ought to pass on the 3-2 committee composition.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
No, we can't hear you.
No, I can't hear Long right now. He's just a little gay.
Aye on ought to pass or nay?
A. Can you guys hear me?
Eisenhower.
Okay, can you hear me though? Can
No,
you hear
You
me?
have to rejoin. You have to rejoin.
Eisenhower voted
Yeah, you have to
nay.
rejoin.
Reagan.
Well,
Reagan.
What are we voting on?
Ought to pass on the committee composition.
Aye.
Jang.
Aye.
Okay.
This dude became a horse.
That is ought to pass
Yo,
motion
can you
is
guys-
agreed to. All right. The next vote before us is.
can you guys hear me?
the-
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
No, we can't hear you. You have to
No.
rejoin.
So I'm trying to use voice mod though. That's what I don't understand.
All right.
But I have
The
to
next vote before us is on. This is the last vote. This is on the budget
Oh.
committee This is on the committee, the composition of the committees, like who is on each committee.
I
Budget committee will be Chair Vicky Hartzler, Key Chang, David Long for the Republicans, Blackwell and Bush for the Democrats. Blackwell as ranking member. Domestic will be Chair David Long, George Reagan, Eisenhower, and then the chair or the ranking member for the Democrats will be Bush, and the other Democratic member will be Iron Smith. Foreign Affairs will be a chair of Dwight Eisenhower, including George Reagan and
Can you
LePage,
stop being autistic? We're just playing music.
with Smith and Blackwell as Democrats, Blackwell as ranking member. And national oversight will be Key Chang as chair, Hartzler, Beluga, and Smith and Bush as members, with Bush as ranking member. Delegate Reagan, you are recognized to speak to this motion.
That's not true.
Dave, when you're using voice mod, turn all your voice suppression off. Trust.
What? How?
In your audio settings on Discord.
Bro, this is the last vote.
Yeah,
No,
Reagan-
we're gonna continue being
Re-
autistic.
Reagan, you are recognized to speak on this motion. The chairs.
What's the motion? I'm lost.
And this is your
Just
leader.
like his dad.
This is your leader, folks. This is the Republican
All right,
leader.
all right, Wheeler. Calm your tits. Okay,
He always has tits, not
calm your
calm.
tits. Be humbled. Be humbled.
We're just voting on the
Are
committee.
you gonna go ahead
Oh,
and
yeah.
talk about your committees?
Approve the committees, or you are a homosexual.
Agreed.
That's all I gotta say.
The minority leader is recognized to speak to why he chose his committee composition.
I think it's a committee composition that makes sense. I tried to play to my caucus members' strengths and weaknesses. I think it'll go very well.
My
I
ear
don't think there's any
hurts.
controversial decisions here. I think everyone should be voting A on this. I yield.
All right. Thank you, Delegate Blackwell. Seeing no further discussion, the motion before us is ought to pass for these committee compositions. This will be a voice vote unless otherwise requested. Can I hear the ayes?
Aye.
Delegate,
Aye.
hold on. Delegate Eisenhower has requested a division.
Bro, we already voted, bro.
That's true. I mean, it was too late. It was
Yeah,
passed.
it was
Can I
too
hear the
late.
ayes?
A motion to adjourn.
All right. No, hold on.
No, we're not gonna be gay.
Ought to pass by vote. All right. Delegate Bush motions to adjourn. Is that sufficiently seconded?
Second.
I second.
I object.
You bitch.
The objection is not sufficiently seconded. Motion to adjourn. This is a motion to adjourn. This will be a voice vote unless otherwise requested. Can I hear the ayes?
Yeah.
I did a second.
Eisenhower requested a division. I am going to honor that.
Nah, it was
'cause
after. It was after.
No,
I
he
was,
can't.
I was,
He can't.
I was
do-
looking
he-
for it.
he
I
has
was
to
looking
type.
for it. It was after.
He has
bro.
to type, and I was watching it.
That's a skill issue.
Delegate Blackwell.
That is a skill issue.
This will be a division vote on the motion to adjourn. This will be a division vote on the motion to adjourn. Vote aye if you support adjournment.
Aye.
Vote no if you do do not. This will be a division vote unless otherwise requested. Motion to adjourn. Hold on. All right, Delegate Blackwell.
Aye.
Delegate Bush.
Aye.
Delegate Eisenhower. Delegate Reagan.
Guys,
Aye.
Delegate Chang.
Nay.
Why?
Fuck you.
It's not even a recorded vote, so it won't even go anywhere. Okay. The motion passes 5-1. The Congress stands adjourned. Thank you.
No.